Hey people, it is Friday, April the 22nd, and the time is 5:44 in the afternoon, and the temperature is currently 12 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Yonge Street and Yorkville Avenue, and we're coming into the later part of rush hour here. So I thought I'd take a walk down Yonge Street, all the way down to at least Dundas. I don't know if I've done a rush hour Yonge Street walk in a while, at least not on this upper part of Yonge Street in the northern end of downtown. So it's a pretty decent day. Didn't get quite as warm as they were forecasting, but I'll take it. And I think the peak of rush hour activity is sort of passed already, at least in this part of downtown. But it should still be sufficiently busy to make for an interesting video. Walking down the main street of Canada's biggest city. The city has been coming back to life quite nicely in the last month or two, since most restrictions have been lifted. We already got some activity here. The guy was conducting his own one-man protest there, supporting this guy here. He's crossing Yonge and Bloor. So, like Yonge and Dundas further south, this is a scramble intersection where traffic stops on all four corners to allow pedestrians to cross every which way. It's not as busy as Yonge and Dundas, of course, but this is probably rivaling Yonge and Dundas as the most well-known and important intersection in downtown Toronto. It has a completely different vibe than Yonge and Dundas, though. It's decidedly much more upscale. And you can't avoid walking under scaffolding. And this Chick-fil-A here was the first one to open in the city. And there were constant lineups, but since then there have been some new locations which have opened up. And the lineups have pretty much disappeared. People have choice now. And there's the northern downtown counterpart to the famed strip club down by Yonge and Dundas, which we'll be passing later on. Yes. And I think this is about as far south as you can go and still be considered in Bloor-Yorkville. I think Charles Street is the southern boundary. I think from this point on, this stretch of Yonge is referred to as downtown Yonge. Maybe try and go close to the curb here so we can sort of get a look at more of the streetscape. ABC Books still going strong, or hopefully it's going strong. A number of these smaller independent booksellers have closed down. There used to be one called Elliot's Books in the same neighborhood here, and it's no longer, unfortunately. An old Masonic Hall building from 1888. Further up Yonge at Davenport, there's another old building which is referred to as the Masonic Temple. to watch out for these food delivery bicycle people because they're constantly all over the sidewalks. Although to his credit, he did just go onto the street. Yeah, this is that guy, so good on them. But trust me, more often than not, you'll see them going on the sidewalk. This old building on the corner was actually demolished and then rebuilt as part of this new development. And it looks not quite exactly as it used to look. Looks a little too newish. The bricks had a lot more character before. Look at the size of his backpack. That's just insane. It must weigh more than his bike. We're just approaching Wellesley Street. It's like a whole convoy of these food delivery people. For all your t-shirt needs. People are determined to run me over here. So this new development is just awaiting some new retailers to occupy these spaces now. Bring some life back to this block. I think all of these are closed due to a future development here, where they buy up the whole block, the businesses close or relocate, and then the block is redeveloped. Maybe I'll cross here. I mean, the same thing happened on this block. This used to be a stretch of old retailers and some old low-rise commercial buildings, and then most of them were demolished. They did save a couple. As you can see, they're covered in tarps. So those ones they saved will be incorporated into the new development here. Here we are at Yonge and Carlton / College. I recently did a video where I just hung around this intersection during rush hour just to watch the activity. I moved from corner to corner.
It's currently April 22nd, 2022.
So then you can see all the large video screens at Yonge and Dundas up ahead. Yeah, I think it'll probably be pretty busy around there. I'm kind of looking forward to the first truly warm summer-like day when the temperature is in the 20s with sun and little wind. Or I'll come downtown on a Saturday and we'll see how busy things can really get. And they can get really busy, which is something we haven't been able to enjoy in the city for the last, well, over 2 years. Summer of 2019, I suppose, was the last time. Things are at full force. Here's Gerrard Street. So let me try to avoid walking underneath this scaffolding. It's more like a concrete barrier, really. Looks like something is finally filling the place that was vacated by Swiss Chalet. That's good to see. Congy Queen. Some of these long-standing restaurants closed down over the course of the pandemic. Even popular chains like Swiss Chalet, which always seem busy enough to me. And these ones are all closed because this corner is slated to be redeveloped. A new tower will rise here, as well as the site we're currently passing with this concrete barrier. That's another huge construction site for a very, very tall 85-floor condo tower. And we're just passing the other famous strip club now. I pointed out the Brass Whale up near the beginning of the walk. And here's the Zanzibar. Let's look down Elm Street. This is Ryerson Student Learning Center. This has become a bit of a neat place to sit and people watch. And I think this little food market here will be disappearing in the near future as well, as this corner will be the site of a new development. It's kind of too bad. It's quite the popular place. Always lively and visually interesting.
Hi, bro. How's your day? Keep wearing the color paint. God bless you. Are your best. God bless.
Just do my patented Ken Continuum stop and look around. Here we are, Yonge and Dundas, in all its chaotic, noisy glory. At least there's no copyright music playing, at least not that I can hear. So this is another one of those scramble intersections. And this one is actually the busiest pedestrian crossing in all of Canada.
It's nonsense. Oh, brother, it's nonsense to you. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God. Thank you, Jesus.
And this guy wants to be hugged.
Hallelujah to the Lamb of
He's
God.
holding a hug me sign. And look, he got a hug.
Thank you, Jesus.
Score!
Hallelujah to the Lamb of
Score!
God. But brother, the Lord says, repent.
Probably didn't mind that hug.
Be baptized in the name of the Lord. My brother Jesus Christ is waiting, and his arm is open. He says, come to me.
I didn't think he was going to get any takers.
Because Jesus Christ is alive, my sister. He is alive. He is not in the tomb. The tomb is empty, my sister. The cross is empty. The Lord is alive, my sister. He is risen. Hallelujah. He ascended into heaven. He said, he is coming, my sister. Are you prepared to meet the Jesus? Are you ready for Jesus, my sister? Is your life right for the Lord? Hallelujah. Are you, my sister? You have to be prepared to meet the Jesus. Maybe you're going to meet the Jesus Christ today. Maybe next minute, my brother death will come and see you. Hallelujah. It's the Lamb of God, brother. You're going to meet him as the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Because Jesus Christ, hallelujah, he is the judge of the day.
So let's just head back up and then we'll cross. I was just going to jaywalk here. Technically, it's perfectly okay to walk across the street if there's no traffic. It's not illegal. But I might as well cross at the intersection. Maybe we'll see that guy get another hug.
The next life. Are you prepared for your next life, sister? Are you ready for your next life? Hallelujah. This one gonna end, my sister. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God. The Lord is waiting for you, my sister. Just come to Jesus. It doesn't matter who you are. You are fornicator, Jesus Christ died for you. You are prostitute, come on. He does not judge you. Hallelujah. You are liar, come to Jesus. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God. Just come in you are. It doesn't matter who you are. You are the masturbation, come to Jesus. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God. Brother, he came to die for your sins once and for all. And he's not talking about
Well, it's certainly lively enough, although the square itself is a bit on the empty side. They often have some sort of event set up in the square once the warm weather comes around. And I'm sure by later in the spring that'll become a regular occurrence.
You have to say, Jesus, come in my life. Otherwise, it's not coming in there, my sister. No. Hallelujah to the Lamb of God. Thank you, Jesus. We're going to believe, be baptized in the name of the Lord for the remission of your sins, my sister. See your downfall because of hallelujah. See the remission of the Lord, my sister. Hallelujah.
Once again, another video ends here at Yonge-Dundas. I should make a playlist of the dozens upon dozens of videos that either begin or end at Yonge-Dundas. So I hope you enjoyed the walk down Yonge Street. Sort of on the tail end of rush hour here. Started up in the Bloor-Yorkville area and made our way all the way down here to the very busy and slightly loudly annoying Yonge-Dundas. Mostly thanks to that fellow over there adding the annoying factor to the loudness. So if you enjoyed, leave a comment below and like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.
That the Lord is good. The Lord is good. He is good, God. He has been good to you. Hallelujah. He is good, God. He is good.
Sure. Thanks a lot. And I got a free Butterfinger chocolate bar. That's a pretty regular occurrence at Yonge-Dundas. People handing out free goodies. It's a tip for any visitors.
He does not